up, everyone? It's been a while. Moving in for residency and starting off on a pretty rough rotation has been quite a ride, and honestly it's been hard, finding the time to settle in, given that I'm right now working 6 days a week with very long hours. But I still wanted to make sure I make time to take care of myself and make sure that I get settled in. So one thing that I wanted to show you guys is how I'm starting to get my dream desk set up for when I'm at home, when I'm on call, whenever I'm just relaxing at home. I want to show you guys what my desk looks like. Here's a little glimpse of it, but I'm going to be taking you guys through it step by step. Moving to residency, having a fresh new start, I also wanted to have a fresh new start in terms of my setup. And I was looking for so many different, things that I'll need. And one of the main foundations for my desk setup, as it's always been in the past, is definitely the desk. And you'd want to make sure you have a very strong and sturdy desk. And I'm just glad that I was able to find one on Desky. And honestly, it was very easy to set up. So let me show you guys everything about the product that I was able to get and how I'm able to maximize it to start my dream desk setup. So let's get right into it. So when I first saw the empty room, I knew that there's so much potential in here. Just this wall by the window, there's gonna be so much space for me to have a really nice desk, and something for me to basically be the main centerpiece of whenever I go home. I take a seat and then everything that I need is just right in front of me. So I wanted to make sure that since I'm gonna be here for 4 years, I'm gonna have a very spacious desk with a lot of room for anything that I might need later on that will start piling on. But at the same time, I wanted to keep it as minimalistic as possible, so I didn't want to get too many things on top of it. And that's why I feel like with Desky, I was able to find everything that I needed. The desks that they have are just very high quality. Just looking at what they look like, honestly, from the website, there's so many possibilities of colors of the table itself, colors for the legs, and you can make so many different combinations. I think it's like over 160 combinations of the different type of desk tabletops that they have with the different colors and the different type of desk legs that they can provide. So honestly, so many options out there, and I'm pretty sure I got the one that I really wanted, and I'm just very happy with what I got. But before I go ahead and show you guys all of those details, let's go take a walk through how I was able to build the desk, and honestly how easy it was to build it. Assembling the desk, honestly super quick. I think it probably took me like hour and a half at most, and that's just because I wanted everything to be exact. It was a very easy assembly. Everything that I needed came with the packaging. What I got was a 60-inch by 30-inch tabletop desk, and then the dual desk stand-up legs. And honestly, like with those, every hole that the legs need to be attached to was already pre-drilled into the tabletop. So honestly, just makes everything easier. All I needed was a hex screwdriver, and then all of the screws came in with it as well. So all I really needed to do was just line everything up and then start screwing it in. The instructions honestly were pretty clear. I think there was less than 10 steps at most before completing everything. Okay, so first let's take a look at the tabletop. When you look at the tabletop, honestly, the finish is really nice. It just looks so premium, and at the same time, what made it a little bit difficult to build was that it's heavy, but at the same time, that's what I really like, because when it's a heavy tabletop, that means it's really sturdy. I feel confident putting a lot of weight, a lot of things on top of it, and at the same time, whenever there's some accidents that happen, I know that table can handle it. Now, when we're talking about the legs, honestly, there's just so many different things that I can talk about with the legs. The range in terms of how high it goes up and down is honestly like a pretty big range. I think from what I saw on the website, it was around 23.6 inches all the way up to 49.2 inches. Definitely comfortable for me to work on the desk standing up or sitting down. Honestly, like, you just can't go wrong with that. And for me, sometimes I just can't sit down for long periods of a time. And that's why sometimes standing up is just the best way to work. Now let's talk about the MVP of the setup, the data channel. With the data channel, it just allows you to have these extension cords hidden behind the desk so that you're not seeing any of those cords above the desk or dangling underneath the desk, which honestly, just aesthetically speaking, is pretty bothersome. So I'm really glad to have it in this one channel in the back where you can insert up to 9 cables actually. So that's a lot of different cables. I don't know how much tech you might need on the top of your table, but for me, 9 is more than good enough. Right now, I'm only using at least 6 of them, and it's honestly been working pretty well. Right now, I don't see any cables besides the main cable that powers up my desk and all of those channels. That's the only cable that I'm seeing underneath my desk, and I can easily cover that up with something. So overall, I'm not seeing any cable at all, and it's very efficient just to have everything underneath the table in one easy spot to access. So that integrated channel is definitely a game changer, and I think all stand-up desks or all people that work at home or like to have a pretty extensive setup definitely needs to have something like that. And to cap everything off, I also got this really nice monitor stand from Desky. It matches the tabletop perfectly well, and it saves you so much room. You can put things on top of it, you can put things underneath it. Right now I'm storing my processing unit for my computer underneath it. I also have some other tech that I like to use often underneath, and on top putting some decorative things on there. I have some cause figurines, I have some pictures, I have, you know, just a lot of different things that I can put on top just to add that little personality to my stand-up desk. And just that stand itself already looks aesthetic. You can honestly make your desk look so much better just by getting it. Overall, I honestly can't say anything wrong about the Desky dual stand-up desk setup. It's super sturdy, it has a wide range of height, the cable management is super easy, assembly was super easy. It's just a very, very good foundation for any, you know, work from home desk, and something that I look forward to using every time I come back from work. Everything that I need is all right in front of me whenever I get to my desk, and it just allows for an easier transition from work to going home. So I definitely recommend everybody to check them out and see, you know, if the desk of your dreams is there. But for me right now, I think there are definitely a good foundation for the beginning of my dream desk setup, and I'm hoping to add more, you know, different things as time comes along, and I'll make sure to take you guys along with me for that journey. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below about what you think of the desk so far, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.